Hey guys, it's Deanna, and I'm back with another YouTube video. Today's video is a little different. It's nothing like my other videos that I've done in the past. As a black woman in America, life can be a little difficult sometimes. And as for my fellow black people in America, it is a struggle every day. Every single day. This video speaks for itself, and this is only a small portion of what can be done. Small, very, very small portion of what can be done, but hopefully this video inspires you to continue what I have started today in my community, and hopefully it inspires you to do something in your community as well. This isn't the end, this is only the beginning of what I will be doing in my community to raise awareness about how much our lives do matter. This is a movement, and we won't stop until the justice that we deserve comes our way. So I'm gonna just shut up, and I will see you at the end of the video for a little bit more insight on what I'm doing here in this video.
Hey guys, it's Deanna. So today is not one of my normal videos. Today, me and my cousin Zai, we are going around our city and putting up signs, basically meaning like we've had enough of the BS, we've had enough of the violence. What was it, like a week ago now, George Floyd? Yeah, about a week ago, George Floyd has been killed by police brutality. Why can't I say that? Police brutality. So we're putting up some signs that have to do with police brutality, racism, and everything in our city to just kind of raise awareness, because not a lot of people do these things or like protest on these things in our community. And it's about time that we actually say something, you know, because who else is going to? Alright. Oh, it's a little windy out here. Yeah, like, am I fear of heights right now? Oh, my heart just dropped. Oh. Yo, my heart. So, it's an ambulance. Ambulam. Spot 1 secure. So we are at our second stop, the place that is very dear to my heart, Fresh and Fly in downtown Albany. We had just put up our second poster. Get into it. Be in our life. Focus.
Today on my Facebook, I posted something in reference to the actions that were taken with the rioting that's going on and stuff like that, and Target and things like that. And when I posted it, the way that I worded it, people interpreted that why would you care about the establishments that are getting burnt down? But what I was really saying is what are we getting out of it by burning down the establishments? Because I'm 49 years old. My daughter is 29 years old. I have 2 grandkids. I served 5 years in the military. You can't tell by looking at anybody what they've done in their life and their history.
Of course,
But if you're old enough to know, we've already been through this cycle of tearing down stuff and it solved nothing. In the 60s, you had the Detroit riots. Okay, Detroit was very prominent for automotive stuff like that. It went all downhill. They had a race riot. There was a race riot in LA. Before the Bloods and Crips were ever here, there was the Black Panther. Got torn down and broken down by Hoover. And there was a whole program called Interploy that was designed to break down communication and community activity between blacks and Latinos. Because that's what the Panthers stood for. We had to stop burning down our own establishments. They were in our communities, and after you burn them down, that's not going to change George Floyd's life. George Floyd is still going to be not here. Eric Gardner is not going to be here no more after all of these things. And I looked down on my text. Somebody said it's time that black people are not violent enough. We need to do more actions. We need to stop being so reactionary and need to go more into of a mental action and organize, because we need to take this to Capitol Hill and make it a law of certain things and stop talking about it and having it be street lore and street talk. We need to have it be legislative.
Exactly.
We need to go to our congressmen. We need to stop. And economically, Rosa Parks showed you what to do when you can't get your way. She had that boycott going on, and what happened was financially, the financial structure within that town broke down because all blacks boycotted jumping on the bus. We stand for billions of dollars in this country. We don't have to be physical. We can be mental, and we can hit them where it counts, and that's financial. And we need to start going to our legislation and Capitol Hill and stop complaining and going on social media and tearing each other down. That's the only thing that's going on. So we can tear up another building, we can tear up this person over here, but we tearing down ourselves. So that's my opinion. A lot of other people share the same opinion with me. Some people don't, but the ones who stand for the right thing stand over here. The ones who don't, they're gonna separate themselves. So that's just how I feel about it. That's my opinion about it. And I think that, you know, police brutality has been going on for a long time. And it has existed in this country undocumented. Nobody can speak up for it, and if you did speak up for it, you'll be assaulted for it. Now we're in a time so we can speak our minds and we can put it out there. And that's another way that we can express ourselves besides tearing down infrastructures. That's all I'm saying. My name is Ali, aka Cashmere, and I'm just trying to spread the word.
Hey guys, so we are on our, what is this, our fourth stop? Our fourth stop, you know, how to do a mod.
Y'all see where we at right now?
On the street.
The street we real close to the street right now. Oh, they stopped to look at our sign.
Nice.
Y'all, we get mad support today. We get a little support. A little sign. Not a lot, but right in front of the fire station, the police department. This is our last stop. We're making it mad hot. And as soon as these cars go by, I'm gonna show you just how hot we're making it. Yes, sir.
And we right in front of the police
We will
station.
not be silent. No.
We will not be silent. Right in front of the police station. You know how to go out with the bang. And we here.
We here, yo. We here.
And that is
R.I.P. to all the lives that have been lost.
due to police
To all the
brutality
lives that will be lost.
and racism.
And it's crazy. 2020, 20 years ago, we still in the same spot that we was. It's sad.
We're still gonna keep fighting.
But if everyone out there goes to make a difference, if this teaches you anything, if you want y'all out there making a difference, making some noise in a positive way, peaceful manner, and this is just our way of doing it. So,
And we hope you guys do the same. Make your own posters. happen most, you know, when there's not full awareness of our lives matter. While yes, all lives matter, this is what's important right now because we are the one who are being oppressed.
Hey guys, so first and foremost, I hope that this video has inspired you at all to even just put out an Instagram post. But if it didn't, I have some other things to say. I feel the need to address all lives matter. All lives matter. Of course, all lives do matter, and that is 100% true. We are all human beings. We all bleed the same color, and we all deserve justice, and that's our right. We deserve justice. But right now, in this specific moment, Black people are the ones who are being oppressed. There is this TikToker named N Mills who describes what I'm trying to say even further. And I just want to credit him before I put his video in my video.
Let's say you have a group of 5 kids. One of them gets stung by a bee. Are you gonna give a band-aid to all 5 of the children? No, because only one of them got stung by a bee. You're gonna prioritize the one that actually got hurt, aka you're gonna prioritize Black Lives Matter because they're actively being oppressed.
Furthermore, we are being killed in this moment. At this point, we cannot breathe. At least comfortably, we cannot breathe. We matter. This is why this movement is going on and will continue to go on until we can breathe once again. And might I just say, it seems as though all lives matter suddenly when Black lives matter. You weren't saying that before, but then suddenly when Black lives matter, all lives matter. Let that sink in. Secondly, I want to discuss quote unquote Black on Black crime. I want to discuss its severity, yet its stupidity. Black on Black crime is an unusual term, but it makes sense where it's coming from. Black people kill other Black people every day. Bloods, Crips, it is what it is. There's beef and battles every single day. It makes absolutely no sense for there to be this much hate in our community when we see all of the hate that we already receive. I don't understand why we can't just be allies and come together and stop what's going on in our community, especially when it comes to a white person or a cop killing us, but then you go out and kill each other every day. Come on now. We are so much better than this, and we need to prove that we are so much better than this. Thirdly, I also wanted to discuss the topic of blue lives, meaning cops, policemen, policewomen. And I wanted to make the severe statement that people might hate me for, that blue lives don't exist. You chose to be a cop. It's a job, an occupation. A blue life is not a thing. Black people every day are getting oppressed by you. You chose to be a cop, which means it is not an unchanging, insignificant piece of your lived identity. We cannot change the black skin that we were born with. Us Black and brown people live through this every day, and we can't change this about ourselves. We can't just quit like you can quit a job. So your blue life, it doesn't exist. You're a human being just like the rest of us, and just because you're shielded by a badge does not mean that you can do whatever you want. You're still human. You still bleed the same red that we bleed every single day. Only we bleed more because you're killing us. And yes, there can be good cops, but if those good cops become bystanders and don't hold those dirty cops accountable for what they do and don't turn them in and don't speak up, then you have more bad cops. I also wanted to bring light to the Minneapolis Target situation, especially following George Floyd's brutal killing. I wanted to bring that up especially because I'm a little disappointed in us about it. While it seems as though Target got what they deserved, and actually before I say anything else, let me explain what had happened in Minneapolis for those who don't know. Because of the George Floyd killing, many protesters went out in Minneapolis and protested to have the cops that had killed him to be arrested because their jobs were only taken away from them. They murdered a man, so they went out and protested. Due to this, the protesters were soon tear gassed and needed milk to get the tear gas out of their eyes and to take the burning away. This specific Target refused to give these protesters milk. Refused. Just kind of showing their racist selves out. Like, no, you can't have milk because you got what you deserved, almost. Following this, the protesters, along with just like people that were angered with this, had robbed and torn up this Target and soon set it on fire. There are pros and cons to the situation, but more cons, I feel, in my opinion. Pros is that kind of like, yeah, get what you deserved and we will not be silenced, you know? We can't be silenced because if we are, then this is going to continue to go on. But cons is, what are we gaining from looting and from terrorizing this? I feel like we're just kind of stooping down to a level that we know that we shouldn't be stooping down to. It's not going to bring George Floyd back. It's not going to take away the fact that they did what they did. It's not going to take away the fact that protesting is just going to keep going on or whatever. We gained nothing from doing that. Following up, our dear beloved president, unfortunate president, Donald Trump, had tweeted this tweet. These thugs are dishonoring the memory of George Floyd, and I won't let that happen. Just spoke to Governor Tim Walz and told him that the military is with him all the way. Any difficulty and we will assume control, but when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Thank you. Seriously? So you're just gonna go ahead and take more lives, be more problematic, not solve the situation at all. Okay, it's unnecessary and unethical, and we will not stand for it. We will keep protesting, keep killing us, and we'll keep protesting. You're not solving anything. And I just want to say to the white people that are not allies or are just being quiet, but at the end of the day want to take our hairstyles and call them Kim Kardashian boxer braids and want to justify themselves saying the N-word as if it's just because it's in a song or because it's just a word. I don't understand why you love our culture but you don't love us. Fight for Black lives as hard as you try to justify your reasoning for wanting to say the N-word. And educate yourselves. Realize your privilege and help us. And if you don't want to, it's okay. We'll still get our justice at the end of the day because we won't stop. With that being said, I do thank our allies. And I do thank my white family who is standing with me today, who is my ally, and who recognizes their white privilege and uses it for better. Thank you. And last but not least, use social media. Everyone has it. Repost, retweet, post at all about your opinions and how you think that you can help us out. Spread the word, spread awareness. But more importantly, use your voice. Help stand out. And we can truly make a difference. If you have a higher platform, use it for something. a lot of people are going to see you and will notice that something bad is truly happening in our country and has been happening in our country since it all started. Since we were brought over here on the bottom of ships, enough is enough, and we matter.
Right there. Perfect. A little bit up more on your left. A little, right there, right there, right there. Yes. Oh, God. Make it stick, make it stick. Oh, my God. Girl. Take the camera. Oh, my God. Beat it down, beat it, beat it.